Are you feeling off balance, unhappy, out of sorts? The way you manage that is look at the energy, your flow of energy. And by doing that, you can actually maintain or obtain a state of balance. We can learn how to do this together. This is Inner Peace Place, and I'm Karen, and we're going to talk about how we can identify our own energy and hopefully maintain a state going forward that brings us a happiness, or it helps us feel more balanced. So having a state of balance, or being in a state of balance, is paramount to inner peace. You can't feel inner peace when you're scattered, when you're focusing on downward flowing thoughts or activities. Balance. In other words, balance doesn't mean shutting out negative things. Balance means being aware of this, being aware of that, in a balanced state, a little bit of both. We don't have to live in a skewed energy just because we're being exposed to negative emotions or negative thoughts from other people, or perhaps even our own self. When you decide that you are unhappy, that's a huge part of all of this work, because sometimes it's so natural to stay in that state, you didn't even realize you were in it. So what we want to do today is say, okay, I'm going to think of a time where I was happy, when I felt joy, or I was balanced. Think of that time. Just pull something up in your head. And by doing this, what you're teaching yourself is that, geez, I don't stay stuck unhappy. That's powerful too, because if you feel that you're always that way, it's kind of detrimental. Why should I even work on this? Because I get stuck there all the time. So find those times in your life when you have not felt unhappy. So when you are in that state of joy from your memory, what you can do is say, all right, now I want to say, what created that? What was the energy of myself? Where was the balance? And I propose that we can learn to identify when those energies first start going south. You know, what we're doing is we're looking at the energy of our being and how our connection to the all that is, how strong it is, how aware we are of that connection. The connection does not waver. It's always there. What does shift is your awareness of it, how in the front of your head it is. So when you learn to identify the energies around you and or inside of yourself, thoughts from your past, your personality self kind of coming forward, the behaviors you no longer appreciate, we want to learn to nip it in the bud. Identify what's going on, respect it, embrace it actually, and say, you know, this isn't the right day for this. We don't want to chastise ourselves. That's who we are. We are whatever we are, correct? And what we're trying to do is say, I choose to be in a state of joy, happiness, balance. And to do that, I can't waste my time saying, bad, bad, bad. Why do you keep doing that? I'm just going to focus. I am going to focus on what brings me joy. What is the energy that I enjoy? What is the energy that helps me feel balanced? And I've spoken about watchtowers before. Building a watchtower, maintaining a watchtower. And what a watchtower is, it's something up high where you can watch the energy around you as it's coming towards you and or as it's building up inside of you. In a previous video, I discussed at length how to create one of these, but a short, down and dirty description is to make sure you have a connection to the all that is. You're aware of that connection. And in your mind's eye, create a place that has beautiful energy, something that you enjoy going to. Decorate it in your mind's eye, inside and out of this watchtower. Make it comfortable. But more importantly, the more you go back there in times of relaxation and you play with this energy in this watchtower, you will create a very firm foundation, almost an attraction that pulls you there. And it feels so comfortable that it is of itself able to help you shift your energy just going in there. So we're going to go to the watchtower that we've created. Take a deep breath, relax. And you want to visualize all of the energies from this place, this sacred place. You know, you could visualize actually a waterfall area, a pasture full of flowers, whatever it is you want, but make it your sacred spot. And as you are sitting in this place, you're actually shifting your energy. Even if you don't realize you're doing it, you're taking in, you're breathing deeply, and you can say, all right, I enjoy being here. That's the first step. I'm enjoying what I'm doing at this moment. So once you have all of this together, you can say, I am balanced when I'm in my watchtower. I'm balanced when I'm in my sacred place. How do I step into the real world maintaining that state of balance? People who stay balanced, people who stay joyful, happy, they maintain that state by working at it. And the reason is that our habit is to find that negative stuff and resonate with it. Even if it's in the environment, you're resonating with it, or if it's something from your past memories and you're thinking about it, you're actually building up an energy flow matching that downward spiral energy. And that is what brings us down. So you need to practice maintaining a state of joy to be able to stay in a state of joy. And the reason is, again, our habits from childhood dictated that we should play with the energy of downward flowing activities and or things that happened in our past, because that makes us feel alive. And you can feel alive being in a state of joy, being in a state of balance between what brings you down and what brings you up. So initially, we're looking to be in the middle, but as time goes on, we skew it towards the joy. And eventually, we rarely have to stop and say, oh, let's go to the watchtower, let's go to my sacred place so I can maintain or obtain my balance so that I can go forward. You have the right to be selfish with your energy, to find this state of balance. Some people think that they should carry the bulk of the negativism of the world on their shoulders in an effort to be helpful. And that's not true. There will be negativism, there will be downward flowing energy, chaos, anything you can think of, even if you're not here any longer. So feel this instead. I choose to radiate joy, to manifest joy in my life so that it radiates outward. And in effect, what that does is it helps promote all the good stuff going on in the world. It helps raise that up into a more palatable vibration so that other people, perhaps if they're sensitive, they can feel that and walk with it. and not be overwhelmed with some negative energies that are around them. So please don't feel that you need to feel someone's pain in an effort to help them. All you're doing is bringing yourself down. And there's already plenty of that energy around. We need to create more upward flowing energy so that we can support ourselves, and by doing that, not in a selfish way, but in a very giving way. When you put energy into downward flowing energies, you're making it bigger. So you're taking their pain and making it bigger. No, no, no. Look at them, the people that you are feeling that negativism from, and find a part of it that does resonate from your higher self. And make that bigger by putting thought energy into it. By thinking of something related to what brings you down that is joyful. And that skill is also something that needs to be worked on because it isn't natural to us. We can take something and pull it out of the background and make it bigger, make it more joyful for the group. When you have this balance, protect it as a mama bear would. It takes efforting towards this balanced state for yourself. And a mama bear is very protective. So you, I propose, want to stay in a state of, I'm protecting my joy, my harmony, by focusing on those particular energies in my life and within my physical form. In my memory, I find the thoughts in my memory that are joyful, and that's where I put my time energy. By waiting until you are overwhelmed to start this process, you're losing time. We want to focus in a consistent way on what brings us joy. And once you're overwhelmed, it takes a lot more energy to get back into the center and or skewed off into the joyful energies. Don't start paddling after you're already going fast downhill. When you barely notice the canoe or boat turning to go south and you're trying to go upward, start paddling early. Say, I don't, this doesn't feel right. Take a deep breath, reconnect, become aware of what is joyful and focus on that. And it may be difficult to find that, but it is there. It's a sliver, but it is there. And you have the skills to find it time after time after time. I call that the tickle of chaos. When you first feel it tickling, when you first realize there's a choice to be made, going towards the chaos or not, that very first vibration, that is when you want to become the mama bear, protecting your energy flows, protecting your focus, so that you can maintain a state of joy and connection, so that you can be more valuable to those around you. I hope some of this resonated with you. Love and light to you and your path, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.